It was a dark and stormy night, the kind that sends shivers down your spine. The rain cascaded from the heavens, tapping on the roof of Walmart like 1,000 ghostly fingertips. The parking lot was deserted, except for a few flickering streetlights that cast eerie shadows on the wet pavement. Inside Walmart, the fluorescent lights buzzed, creating an otherworldly glow that seemed to dance with the rhythm of the raindrops. The usual hum of checkout scanners and muffled conversations was replaced by an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional creak of shopping carts being pushed by an unseen force. As Emily, a young cashier, scanned items at her checkout counter, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Every now and then, she would catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure out of the corner of her eye, only to turn and find nothing but empty aisles. The power flickered momentarily, casting the store into momentary darkness. Emily's heart skipped a beat as she looked around, her hand tightly gripping the scanner. When the lights came back on, she noticed a figure at the end of her checkout lane, a figure that seemed to materialize from the shadows. A man, tall and gaunt, stood there with a dripping umbrella. His face was obscured by the hood of his rain-soaked jacket. Emily forced a nervous smile, asking if he found everything he needed. The man remained silent, his gaze fixed on her as if peering into her soul. A chill ran down Emily's spine, and she wished for the safety of the fluorescent lights. As the mysterious figure shuffled away, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that he left something behind, a lingering presence that clung to the air like the dampness of the rain-soaked night. She continued scanning items, trying to ignore the unsettling atmosphere that had settled over the store. Meanwhile, in the electronics section, Mark, the night shift manager, was busy organizing shelves. The dim glow of the television screens cast an eerie pallor on the surroundings. Suddenly, the TVs flickered to life, displaying distorted images of static and shadowy figures. Mark's breath caught in his throat as he stared at the glitchy screens. The rain outside intensified, creating a symphony of drumming on the store's roof. Mark cautiously approached the televisions, reaching out to turn them off. But before he could touch the power button, a voice echoed through the static.
"Mark, do you see me?"
The hairs on the back of Mark's neck stood on end as he heard his name whispered from the abyss of the distorted audio. He stumbled backward, his heart pounding in his chest. The voice continued, growing louder and more insistent.
"Mark, I'm here with you. In the shadows. In the rain."
Mark fled from the electronics section, his footsteps echoing through the empty aisles. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being pursued by an unseen force, a force that whispered his name with every thunderous clap of rain on the roof. Back at the checkout lanes, Emily noticed a trail of wet footprints leading from the entrance toward the back of the store. Curiosity and fear intertwined as she followed the trail, each step echoing in the cavernous silence of Walmart. The footprints led her to the toy aisle, where an abandoned umbrella lay on the floor. As Emily bent down to pick it up, a child's laughter echoed through the aisle, a haunting melody that sent shivers down her spine. Suddenly, the toys on the shelves began to move on their own, dolls giggling, action figures twitching, and teddy bears blinking their eyes. Emily stumbled backward, her eyes wide with terror. The rain outside beat against the walls like a ghostly drum, accompanying the eerie symphony of animated toys. As Emily fled from the supernatural spectacle, she bumped into Mark, who was still being pursued by the mysterious voice that echoed through the empty store. Together, they ran toward the entrance, desperate to escape the haunting downpour that had turned Walmart into a realm of nightmares. As they burst through the automatic doors, the rain ceased, and the night returned to an uneasy stillness. The streetlights flickered back to life, casting a pallid glow on the soaked pavement. Emily and Mark stood in the parking lot, drenched and breathless, staring back at the Walmart that had become a transient portal to the supernatural. The rain-soaked night had taken them on a journey through the shadows, leaving behind an unsettling memory of a Walmart where the boundaries between reality and the supernatural blurred with every raindrop. And as they looked back, They couldn't shake the feeling that the echoes of that haunting night would linger in the aisles of Walmart, waiting to be awakened by the next unsuspecting soul who dared to venture into the darkness.